Good morning. I'm Andy Myers at Weiss Research, and this is your morning market alert for Wednesday, July 6th. Jen Amos is off today. U.S. stocks are set to follow the global markets lower at the open after the People's Bank of China raised interest rates for the third time this year. The quarter-point rate hike was expected after the central bank said on Monday that inflation pressures remain high. But the timing may have caught some investors by surprise after one report suggested the move would come this weekend. Sentiment on Wall Street is also being dampened by continued sovereign debt problems in Europe. Moody's investor service downgraded Portugal's credit rating to junk status, saying that the country will need another bailout package before it can raise money in the capital markets. The move comes after Greece struggled to get its parliament to pass an austerity plan in order to receive more international funding. Those two developments in Asia and Europe are undercutting risk appetite among investors and giving a big boost to the U.S. dollar. That's weighing on commodities this morning. Crude oil is dropping back near $96 a barrel after closing at a three-week high yesterday. The oil market may see a lot of action over the next 2 days. The American Petroleum Institute will release its weekly fuel inventory report this afternoon, followed by the more closely watched report from the Energy Information Administration tomorrow. On the economic front, outplacement firm Challenger Gray & Christmas reported that the number of planned job cuts by U.S. employers jumped 11.6% last month. That's the second straight monthly increase, but the pace of layoffs over the first half of the year is still the lowest since 2000. The numbers come ahead of tomorrow's reading on June employment from payroll processing firm ADP, and of course, the big government jobs report on Friday. In corporate news, the Wall Street Journal reports that Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway may join a consortium bidding for Citigroup's consumer lending business. The group reportedly also includes Leucadia National and Centerbridge Partners. The unit, formerly known as Citi Financial, is expected to sell for more than $8 billion. Separately, the Journal is also reporting that a group of bond investors plans to challenge last week's settlement by Bank of America. Countrywide Financial, which Bank of America bought in 2008, was accused of misleading investors about the quality of mortgage-backed securities. B of A settled the case for $8.5 billion, but some investors now say the terms of the proposed deal are inadequate. Shares of Bank of America are losing ground on the news. And finally, keep an eye on shares of Apple this morning. The Wall Street Journal reported that the company placed orders for key components to be used in its next-generation iPhone. The new version will be thinner and lighter than the iPhone 4 and will reportedly have an 8-megapixel camera. It may also operate on wireless baseband chips supplied by Qualcomm. The iPhone 5 is expected to launch during the next 3 months. That's the latest from Weiss Research. I'll be back after the opening bell with all the market-moving news, including earnings from one of the world's biggest drugstore chains.